hello, Black women. It is so good to see you, girl. Come on in. Come on in. Okay? Now, look, get your favorite libation, get your favorite blankie, get comfy. I got my pillow, you know. I got my goddesses all around because we getting ready to really get into some shit. I got shit and time for everybody today. Okay? And you know, this is it's so important to me that we be able to hold Black women sacred. So on, I will give this public announcement on on Clubhouse. Myself and Simone do a room every Monday night, and it is a safe space for Black women to come and talk about the things that we're into and solve our problems. Okay, so we are going to have discourse. You know, we're going to talk to each other. We're going to listen to each other. We're going to disagree. We're going to agree. We're going to be somewhere in the middle because we are all different people and all of us are important and sacred as Black women and Black girls, right? And until we get that, it's unlikely that other people will get that. Yeah, see, we need to make sure that other people are holding us sacred as well as ourselves so that Black women have, first of all, the time to heal from the onslaught of bullshit, okay, for the last 403 years, right? Also, though, so that we can continue to ensure the education of Black women and Black girls, the protection, um, the physical protection of Black women and Black girls, that we continue to build wealth, continue to be educated, continue to be at the top of innovation and brilliance and creativity, and that we understand what we give to the world and really what our worth is, and letting the whole world know this is our worth, and so bullshit is not going to be tolerated anymore. Okay, good. So as we're looking at what it is that we need to do as Black women, I just need to get into some shit that just happened in the last 2 weeks. And I've just been quietly, semi-quietly, watching this shit. I'm like, are y'all for real? So that's why I say I got time today for every fucking body. Sit your asses down, right? All you, the rest of y'all, not Black women, because we getting ready to talk about y'all. But sit your asses down out of my fucking eyesight and shut the fuck up. That goes for Black men. That goes for white women. You two especially, shut the fuck up. White men too, shut the fuck up. Okay? We don't need you to talk. Right? This is grown folks' business. So in the past week, I saw a little white 9-year-old boy have a whip. Where you get a whip from? Okay? You living in a whole neighborhood. Okay, I can't even. Anyway, this little white boy goes up to his Black neighbors across the street from his house and starts beating on the door and demanding that one of their kids come out. I believe it's a little girl that was in his same class, but starts banging on the door and using this whip on the door. And so the mother, who of course is a Black woman, opened up the door and she's like, what the? Okay, so if you don't get off my porch, get your ass off of here, I'm calling the police. Okay? Now, I feel like this is what this brother did, the father of these kids did, is what is important. So Black men, I want y'all to listen up, because too many of you leave situations because you're too fragile to be there. So we end up as black women raising our children by ourselves, and this is the shit that we have to deal with when you walk away from your children and you're not there. In this case, the father was there. He went across the street to talk to the white dude. The white dude was like, prove it. So of course they done videoed the whole thing. So they're like, well, here's a videotape and you need to do something about your son. And the fact that he even fucked up our car with this whip or whatever. So the white man had a gun and he was like, anyway, get off my property. What's your point? You know? And so we just saw in Buffalo a 18-year-old white male hunt primarily black women. There were some black men that got killed, but I'm going to tell you, as men, as black men, you don't stand up for your own people. You do not protect us, okay? You have not built infrastructure that protects the black community. So I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up right now. And I'm gonna tell you that this white boy went in there with tactical gear on and started shooting black people, told a white customer in the store that who was cringing and whatever, oh no, I'm sorry, it's just for them. And it was primarily black women who were extraordinarily important to the community and healing the community and uplifting the community and growing wealth and education in the community. He didn't know who these people were because he came out of 200 miles away just to hunt them. But he wanted to let people know that white is the way it's going to be. And some other bullshit ass theory they didn't came up with. I can't even call it therapy. It's just theory. It's just some more white supremacy bullshit. And here's where, for me, white women come in. Okay, y'all. I attend a meeting on Thursdays. I invite you there. It's on Clubhouse as well, and it's real. It's called Making Shift Happen, but it's a real conversation between black women and white women and discussing what is up. And you know me, we in there, we holding white women accountable, because you don't get to sit here and act like you fragile and shit when your ass is giving birth to, raising, and you are in control of school boards. You are in control of who becomes teachers, because 8 out of the 10 teachers in public school across America are you, white women. So you are training racist and training the American children to understand that you are to be centered and white supremacy is going to reign. And you don't give not one solitary fuck who's got to be murdered to preserve your whiteness. Okay? Got it. I understand. If nobody else gets this shit, I get it. Because let me tell you something, bitches. I have studied you, and I've studied your history, and I've studied me, and I've studied my history. And I can't seem to find a bunch of pictures where black women are sitting around with black children in their Sunday best, setting fire to your ass. And calling it a what? Picnic? Huh? But there's plenty of pictures of y'all. Oh no, that happened, da da da. No, those people, a lot of them are still alive, who literally lynched. You don't see as many pictures of black women, but believe me, you lynched black women too, after you raped them, after you ripped babies from their bodies and hung them over bridges and shit. So y'all are all there, white women, their children, and white men, and you having a party while you burning and mutilating black bodies. And you haven't stopped. You keep talking about how shit is better and blah, blah, blah. For you, You haven't stopped your bullshit as white women. So you're training your children from from infancy what racism is, how to uphold it, how to maintain it, and that somehow they're superior just by waking up white. So they can do what they want. And if they fucking feel like they want to go hunting black women, that's what the fuck they'll do. And who's going to have a problem with it? Who? Well, I'll tell you who. Me. I got a fucking problem with you. I got a problem with you. So when you ain't out doing that, you at schools dictating what the fuck can be in a school system. Who can be taught what? So you make shit up because it's your Heritage Foundation. It's your Daughters of the Confederacy that you've renamed. And all of you who sit there and write up bills so that you can create laws through your men and a power structure that you're in, weaponizing your whiteness. This way, you can dictate what books are in schools. I just heard someone say, oh, well, I wasn't taught what happened to black people here. And if we're not taught, this was a white woman, so if we're not taught, how are we supposed to know that? Well, you don't want to be taught. You're doing everything you can to make sure that your history with indigenous people that you committed genocide against, that you murdered almost down to the last one, that your history of kidnapping African, primarily women and children and men, and having them come over here, bring their brilliance in cultivating and creating societies and agriculture, architecture, sciences, healing, all of these things. You didn't just bring bodies, motherfucker. You brought ancient knowledge and wisdom. Because you were dying in Europe at the time that you came to kidnap and enslave us. So while y'all don't want to have that in your schools and you don't want to hear it, then how you ever going to face it? But you have no intention on fucking facing it. Okay? So for black women, I'm going to tell y'all this. If you got heat for one another, we're going to have to start to have grace for one another and show compassion and kindness to each other. If you got a problem with a sister who doesn't do things exactly the way that you do things, honey, it's okay. We don't need every sister to be the same thing, all right? Or come from the same place or have the same understanding as you. We need differences of opinions. We need to bring our brilliance together, and we need to let people know, if you fuck with black women, we're not going to have that shit. We're going to tear you a new asshole. That's what we need to do. And that brings me to black men. So the next thing I'm hearing over the last couple weeks has to do with this Kevin Samuels manosphere motherfucker. Listen, I have heard black men over and over, different social medias, different places, telling black women that they should not be glad to see that this man passed away. He was 56-year-old. He's the one that coined high value men. There's this weird thing called the manosphere, in which black women are constantly being told how ugly they are, how big they are, how their education doesn't matter, how they're unworthy and they should just accept sharing men or whatever the fuck it is. And that if we hadn't put our education first, maybe we'd be married by now. And the last thing this man said before he passed away was that black women over 35, is something wrong with you. You the leftovers. We let this motherfucker talk to us like this. We let other motherfuckers get away with carrying out this bullshit ass rhetoric. He's not the only one. There's plenty more that are coming this way who are black men. I have seen black men talk so much shit about black women that you don't have a mama. Listen, white men might not like on their women, but you don't get to come and talk shit about them. Okay? Because black men, you inviting other people to hunt us too. So here's one of the other things. So I'm hearing black men, I've always heard this though. This isn't new. I want y'all to know. Those of you who are younger than 35 that are like, what the fuck is happening right now? Black men are not listen, this ain't new. I heard it from my father who was a pimp. I heard it from my uncle-in-laws. I watched them beat the fuck out of my aunts. I watched them do the most, which is why I don't take no type of shit. You come here, you got a choice of Full Metal Jacket or Hollow Point. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. That all comers. I'm just not gonna do it with you. For me, black women need to be held sacred. So I'm listening to black men say the same fucking thing they've been saying. Oh, well, you're not letting us be a man. You're not letting us be the head of household. Your education doesn't mean anything. You need to accept that we make way less than you. And you need to pay most of the bills and shit. And make sure we have finances together. And you need to accept that if you have me, because I'm slinging a dick, I'm going to fuck around. I'm going to do what I want to do. And you, black woman, need to submit. In fact, Kevin Samuels, I want to say this was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I saw this on a clip because I would never just watch him. I can't stand that shit. I want to come through the TV and shit. So he's sitting here telling this black woman who said, well, like, what if my daughter came to me and was talking about my boyfriend and saying she was uncomfortable with him and, whatever, sexual uncomfortableness and whatever. And then she's talking about a child now. So this motherfucker says, well, you shouldn't believe her. I've heard that shit too. Constantly. You shouldn't believe children because they lie. And motherfuckers don't. We're not holding your secrets anymore, black men. Okay? Listen, you want to be men? There's no black women stopping you from being men. Go on. We're going to take our hands off of you. You stand up to your own oppressor. Go build something, motherfucker. Go educate yourself. Same thing I'm telling white women. Go educate yourself. Stop talking and listen. Okay? Because when sisters take their hands off of you, you got nothing coming. You got nothing coming. We make everything okay for everybody except ourselves. And I'm so fucking sick and tired of it. Black women, you deserve better than this shit. Okay? And let us not leave out white men, including my husband, because I don't give a fuck that he's my husband. I'm going to call shit out. So listen up. White men, especially those of you who are married to black women, you having black children and all these great things. Stop using your proximity to a black woman to say, oh, well, I'm married to a black woman and I have black kids. So what the fuck? Get your ass up and go dismantle racism. Don't talk about how much you loving on black women. You've been with them for 37 years. You've been with them for 28. You're right about all the great things that you say about us. You are absolutely right. You are right to want to choose us, and we are right to want to choose you because we have a similar power structure. Well, we both are a power structure. You are a you are a patriarchal system of governance, and black women in the black community, we are a matriarchal system of governance. Okay? And what I want us to really start to look at as black women is taking what we're so creative, you know, and we're so brilliant, and we have built societies as black women, and we don't know that about ourselves. So I want us to start really looking back into our history, as ancient builders, as black women, as women who began creation, and we're still here through anything and everything. Ice ages, tsunamis, white people, black men, we Asian people trying to come over and doing the most in Africa now. Listen, we have continued to pull humanity into being humane as black women and black girls. And what do we get for it? We get hunted. We're not out there killing people arbitrarily just because we feel like it today. Girl, oh, you can kill people because you feel like it? Wait, what? I missed that meeting. I must have missed that meeting. So for you white men and Asian men and whoever, get your asses up and dismantle this bullshit ass system. Because just like you're with black women and you love them and you care about them and you think that they're the best because of all that they bring to your marriages and your children and your home and building your wealth and building community and all of these things and healing your ass, honey, healing your ass. It is incumbent on you to not sit on your laurels and get your ass up and dismantle this system. Black women ain't getting with you because we need protection from you motherfuckers. We've been protecting ourselves. We've been doing all the shit. You know how we roll, white men. You know how we roll. That's why you want to be with us. I get it. Who the hell wouldn't want us? We bad as hell. Okay? I know. And so I'm going to need you to take that next step. Okay? That's what I'm going to need you to do. Cut the bullshit. Take the next step. You are now choosing the most compassionate and kind women who have loved on their oppressors, murderers, and mutilators, no matter what color or form they have come in. We're not the ones who mass murder anybody. We are not black men who are killing 5.5 black women and black girls every single fucking day. The very people who are giving birth to them and their children. Are you fucking kidding me right now? We're not doing that. We're still trying to love on all of you. So you better get your shit straight. Because I had time today. Get your shit straight. Black women ain't putting up with your shit. Black men and white women, we taking our hands off of you. Okay? Black women, I'm going to tell you, if you don't have heat for white women who are so destructive to your own children at school, so destructive in the healthcare system that if you go into labor having a child, you are 4 times more likely to die giving birth and a year after when white women are taking care of you. If you are a black trans woman and you are going through your transition, you are far more likely to be harmed in hospital and doctor's offices settings in the care of white women. We're all black women, okay? I don't care that white women are now having black children en masse. Black women been having white children in mass forever. I don't care shit about that. No. And I know there are some of us as black women who have decided that, biracial children aren't black. But I'm going to tell you, they're not my enemy. Okay? We've given birth to them. It all started with us. I'm not even just talking about here in America. It all started with us. And we still doing the most. We have what white women really crave. We do. You can find in the cosmos, you will find in the cosmos because they found it. You can find in every plant, you can find in especially every organ that black people have. And our pineal glands are large to produce melanin. You've been being lied to as a black woman all this time. Okay? You've been being told that if you have melanin, that you are unworthy. You are not human. Well, you are goddess born. So there may be some point to that. We're beyond this shit. We are evolved. While these motherfuckers are still walking around with they knuckles scraping the ground, we have evolved. When you can have compassion for the very people who murder you, that is evolution of a human. So as black women, we're not fighting no white women fights. Good for you, girl. Go on, do you. We ain't organizing shit. We ain't giving you no creativity, no brilliance. We ain't sharing shit. You ain't stealing nothing. You ain't fucking with my finances. You are not going to fuck with my good name, and you are not going to fuck with my children. Okay? And the same thing goes for black men and white men too. You want some? Okay? Want some Asian people? Y'all want some? Because we are now going to be holding black women sacred. We are going to protect them. We are black women. You're going to leave us the fuck alone while we heal and we continue to build wealth, build our education, and create and build an infrastructure that supports and heals black women and uplifts them and black girls. That's what we're going to do. And you not getting in the way, none of you. So that's the time I have for you today. That's the time I have for you today. Because I'm about me some black women. I don't care what form you come in, black woman. You bad as hell. I don't care what form black girl comes in. Wrap your arms around her. Protect her. Make sure she can protect herself. Take that girl on so that she knows how to defend herself. Put her in self-defense classes. What you waiting for? Huh? What you waiting for? And all your successes and all your education and your beauty and your creativity and your brilliance and your ability to be compassionate, you being a natural empath, girl, a healer and a warrior, that you can raise an entire family and build wealth by yourself. Girl, you are not going unnoticed. You are not unloved, hunty. You are not. So I'm going to need you to take your hands off all these motherfuckers over here and over there. I'm going to need you to put all that love and compassion into you and black girls. And making sure can't nobody come through. You don't get to say shit about black women. Black men, you don't get to tell me how to feel about a motherfucker that didn't give a fuck about me or black girls. Telling somebody that they shouldn't believe their daughter if their daughter's coming to them about a boyfriend or a family member or whatever, attempting to rape them? You out of your fucking mind? No, I'm gonna need you to sit. Shut that. Okay. Whew, wait a minute. Hold on. I am grown. Black women are grown. You don't get to tell us shit. We choose what the fuck we feel and how we express it. You ain't gotta like it. You ain't gotta like us. But what you do need to do is shut the fuck up and go sit your ass down out of my eyesight. Stop talking about black women. That is not your place. Got it. You ain't feeling us. And think I don't understand? I've been watching you for all the decades of my life. I've been studying black men as well. And I've watched how you've done the most to do nothing whatsoever. So, just like you don't care, I don't care. Okay? Just like white women don't care, I don't care. I got it. I understand that now. I got you. I'm going to leave you alone. And you for sure going to leave black women and black girls alone. That's my show today. Love you, black women. Love you, black girls. And wrap your arms around one another. Know that you are not just this whole strong, resilient black woman, but that you are powerful. And you have the power of choice and influence. And you can sit yourself down, honey. Get your favorite drink. And let all these motherfuckers go do whatever the fuck they do. Don't come over here with that shit. I'm resting. I'm being cute. That's what I'm doing. I'm reading. I'm doing what the fuck I want. I'm feeling how I want. And I'm expressing it the way I motherfucking do. And like Sheree said on Housewives years ago, who gonna check me, boo? Love you, black women. Love you, black girls.